check, check, mic check. Hello. Oh, the sounds are coming out of my voice. The voice are coming out of my sounds. The sounds. Oh my god. Do I wait for the end of that song? No, we don't wait for the end of that song. What's up, everybody? It is Monday. I hope you're all having a happy Monday. I hope it's a super duper fantabulous, I don't know, super special Monday. I hope you're having a super special Monday. I don't know why I'm zoomed out. Zoomed out? Zoomed in? Should I zoom in a little bit? Oh my god. Now I'm too high. I'm too high up. Hold on, we gotta crop my head. Hold this button down, and then I can make it. There we go. Oh my god. Am I in the middle? Am I in center frame? Bruh. Should I be off to the side? Artistically off to the side like this? Hey guys, this is how I do the show now. What's up, dudes? I'm in the corner, and yeah, what's up? Anyhow, happy Monday to everybody out there. Hope you're having a good one. I hope it's good. Turns out, federal holiday now. Unexpected, but expected. You know what I mean? It was like it was unexpected, but it was expected, but it was known, but it was unknown, and it jumped up on Vicky and I that it was actually going to be an actual holiday this year. Over 40 years of my life, Juneteenth was not a holiday. And now it is, which I think is a good thing. I think ultimately it's a good thing for all of the people that have never heard of Juneteenth. I think it's positive for them to go look it up. I think it's a positive for them to go look it up and find out, like, hey, what is this? I can't go to the bank today. The bank's not open. I can't go over to the thing over here. It's not open. Turns out, Olivia's daycare, not open today, folks. So, yours truly, your boy, the guy over here with the eyes and the mouth and the face and the stuff, had to. I'm on the mainstay taking care of the baby, the tiny human, the micro human person that I'm 50% in charge of. So. Needless to say, we did the typical dad stuff. We went to the park. We chased after a ball. We had some foot races. We ran over here. We ran over there. Serpentine pattern, crisscross applesauce, all of the things. Going down tubes from elevation. Swinging through the air on chain apparatus. Caterpillar walks, runabouts, chase a dog, find some flowers, do all of the stuff. So we did a lot of that stuff today. Overall, I got no complaints, man. I will tell you this much: if there was a get paid a lot of money to take care of your kid job, I would take that job. You know what I'm saying? I would take that job. I would take care of Olivia every day. I would gladly do that. I know that somebody a while ago, I don't know what I was listening to. I was listening to some stupid garbage on the internet. Some morons pontificating about whatever, right? And they were like, "Oh my God, what? There's these men's out there that are house husbands." And I'll tell you this much: you know, if let's say Vicky was making like $1 million a year or something, I would 100% take care of the house and the kids every day. You know what I'm saying? Because you'd be like, those bills are paid. That's all handled. That's all going. That's fine. You know what I mean? I would definitely do that. We'd have a lot of fun. We'd be doing arts and crafts and building stuff and doing all sorts of things. It would be wonderful. I would love it. All the projects. Imagine that. You know, you could work on all of the projects, remodeling the house. You could do all that stuff. Plus, you got extra day laborers, you know. They do come in children form, and they are kind of useless on the job site, but still. You know, you could give them a push broom and tell them to sweep up stuff. That could work. I don't know. Needless to say, a lot of fun earlier today. Olivia's in nap time right now, and Mom's taking care of her. And then I believe today is the first day of swim class. We got to teach this tiny human how to swim in the water. I don't know if you guys noticed, there was a big pandemic. There was a pandemic ongoing for a long time, and we were unable to get her into swim classes because the swim classes were closed except for, like, these really weird times. There were these really weird times that were available for us to take her to swim classes, and they were during when I worked and when Vicky worked, both of us. So there was no option for that. But now, here we are in the year 2022. Swim lessons. Swim lessons are beginning. Which, your boy over here, I don't know if you've ever noticed, I have a thing for water sports, water aquariums, waterfowl, water plants, all the water stuff. And my daughter will likely need to know how to swim. You know what I mean? So swim classes begin, and swim classes will probably be ongoing for quite some time. No complaints there. I don't mind. I don't mind going to over to swim classes and being around a bunch of people and just dad-bodding it up. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this guy ate some ice cream. Speaking of ice cream, yesterday was Father's Day. Shout out to all the fathers out there being good dads. And not a shout out to all the bad dads. The bad dads, no shout out. Sorry. Bad dads, that's out. Bad dads is straight out. We're all done with it. The human race is done with bad dads. It's a waste of time. If you're going to be a bad dad, just get out of there. You know what I mean? Just get out. That's basically how it goes. Bad dads is straight out. It's not even good anymore. It's not even like, let's be honest here. It's not even passé anymore. It's not even like, well, I guess, I don't know. It's like, nah, it's just it's not a fad anymore. It's not a fad that anybody could get behind. You know what I mean? It's a waste of time. But to all the good dads out there, there's there's two dads. There's two good dads I see in the chat right now. Mikey Fishy and the Fish Tank Barn. That's two good dads that I see right off the top of trying to read here whilst trying to figure out what's going on with my new monitor here. Started the show a little bit late because the new monitor I was trying to do it last minute because, like I said, I was hanging out with Olivia, and I got it set up, but it's at a wicked angle, and it kind of went flying. There for a minute, turns out. Didn't damage it, though. We got it set up, but it's over here, and I don't know what it's like to have a screen on this side because it used to be over there, my old office. My new office is a makeshift space that I have conquered via territorial claim. As a dude, I just stuck a bunch of my stuff here and said this is where my office is going to be until I build the new space. Right? Until I build the new broadcasting location / fish room space, which is ongoing. It's ongoing. I'm not even making a video about it right now. It's just literally me disassembling some old guy's stuff. Some old guy had a bunch of stuff set up that lived here previous to me, and let's be honest, some real makeshift electricians up here in the Northland where I live now. I used to live in the Southland. Now I live in the Northland. It's colder, more snow, ice. You know, the regular things that you would expect from being more north. General bears, you know, wolves, lions. I don't know. I'm not sure what's supposed to be up here, but either way, excitingly dumb stuff in the garage being removed. And I think videos about demo are boring. I think videos about demo are the most boring thing because I feel like people that like to watch the demo portion of stuff have never done a demo day. And they just don't realize it's just like super labor, dusty, sweaty, gross, throwing stuff away, taking things to the dump. Like, well, that to me doesn't feel storytelling. It doesn't feel like a story is being told. It's like, I've got a hammer and I could break things with it. I've got a Sawzall and I could cut up things with it. You know what I mean? So, to circle back on the shout out to the good dads out there. Yesterday was Father's Day. I had a wonderful Father's Day. They let me sleep in, which is like, let's be honest here. Is there a better thing that you could do for dad on Father's Day? Is just like, just sleep in. Don't worry. We're making breakfast. Pancakes and eggs. You know, there you go. I mean, that's breakfast, and I got to sleep in. Nobody bothered me in the morning. They just shut the door and said, hey, just chill in the horizontal zone, right? And that's a positive. That's just a net positive for everybody involved. I get to chill. I get to lay about for a little bit. I get to get up and have some coffee, and then, you know, breakfast. Look at that, you know. So it was good, and then went to a park. We went running in the woods for a while. Then what else did we do? We tried to go to a local fair. But they were doing church or something in the morning. I'm not sure. But Sunday they said, hey, we're not going to be open until 1 o'clock. You know, we showed up there at like 10 because the other days the fair was open at 10. So we were going to see if there was any rides that Olivia could go on, like any kind of carny rides, you know. And they were like, well, we just open later on the Sunday because I don't know what the reasoning was. I'm assuming they must have had a church thing that they go to. It's an assumption that could be wrong, but that's what my assumption was. And so we just were like, well, let's go have fun doing other stuff that we would normally do. So we went to a park. Went to this kind of an interesting park. It had a bunch of weird exercise equipment I've never seen before. But if you think like the durability of a kid's park type equipment, that was for a park, though. It was very weird. So like they even had like the bench press thing that you sitting on the seat, and so you do bench press, or what is that called? What's that forward press? What the hell's that? What is that called? What's that workout where you work out where you... Oops. Oh my God, this new keyboard always brings up the web. I accidentally hit the web thing all the time. You push arm forward. What the hell is that thing called? Military press, maybe? What is that called? That's the thing right there. That's how you're doing it. The chest push. What's that called? Chest press? That doesn't seem right. I've never heard anybody say chest press before. That doesn't sound like words that humans put together. Military press? I don't know. I don't know what that's called, but whatever. Somebody'll post it up in the chat. Somebody is frantically typing right now. Aubrey says rowing, but there was rowing there. I'll explain that in a minute. What is that called where you're sitting down and you... Oh, my gosh. What is that called? What is that called? Hold on. I'm trying to find somebody doing the workout now. It's like a push-up, but you're sitting on your butt. What is that called? It's a push-up motion, but you're sitting down. Bench press? I think it's bench press, but I felt like that was wrong. I don't know. I'm just a guy. You know what I mean? What am I supposed to do? Sometimes you just have to give up and move on. Anyhow, while you're doing that workout on that, it's kind of a powder-coated bunch of metal machine. So you do that press, and it's actually the seat that you're sitting on you're the counterweight for it, where you're doing this motion, right? And I don't know, just a chest press? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's a name for it, but whatever. Where did my window go? I lost my window. There it is. Okay. But the whole thing was built so that it could exist outside, and then you're the counterweight for all of these workouts. So they had, like, the stand-on-it swinging leg thing. They had the, obviously the sit-up thing, which is just bars, like rounded bars on the ground where you can, like, clip your feet in. There was that chest press, a leg press that you're the counterweight. And I was like, whoa, this is actually kind of cool. You have, like, a park in between all of these, like, houses out there where you could, like, you go jogging up there, you do a little cardio, you could go through and do all your workouts and then jog back home, which I thought was like, wow, that's a positive. I think next time I go out there, I was thinking I would go there again and make a video because, my God, the TikTok fame. You could make TikToks working out at the park. Oh my God, did we just get a new patron, like, during the show? I think we did. Yes. Wow. Holy crap. All right. Well, thank you, Chris, wherever you're at, dude. Thank you for becoming a patron during the show. Oh my God, it's been so long. I'm not even used to that happening anymore. I just really am not. So we got to go up to 127 patrons. Well, thanks, Chris. I very much appreciate it. Thank you, my dude. I checked the member numbers earlier. We're at 73. We went up above it for a long time, and then we went way down, and then we went back up to 73, and we've just kind of stagnated there. And then, the other YouTube thing I'm supposed to do is hit the like button, everybody. Oh my God, if you're watching later and you didn't hit the like button, we'll get 40,000 likes. I'll go jump in the Puget Sound. I don't know. What am I supposed to offer you guys for hitting the like button, right? It's like, I don't know. I'll eat a sandwich. Hey guys, if we get 10,000 likes, I'll eat a sandwich. You know what I mean? Mortadella. I'll go get mortadella, and I'll eat a mortadella sandwich. How about that? Does that work for y'all? Okay. Anyhow, let me push buttons here because thank you, Chris. I appreciate you. It says I've been a lurker for long, finally able to contribute. Thank you, dude. I 100% appreciate that. Yeah. Here's the weird thing is that I discussed this last week or something. And I always feel like I will inevitably get an email from somebody that's like, No one care. No one cares what you want to do. No one blah 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 blah. It's like somebody being super mean, whatever, and they're like, "Why are you always pandering to get people to support the project that you want to work on?" And I guess the point is that like I'm the advocate for the project that I want to work on, right? And if I don't advocate for it, it's not like I would ever expect somebody else to like show up and be like, "Hey, I'm advocating for this guy over here." It's kind of not really how the world works all that well. Occasionally it does, but it's pretty rare that those kinds of things happen. I had a big meeting this weekend that I probably will talk to you guys about in a couple weeks regarding said meeting about the future of some of the things that I mentioned here. Not Juneteenth. The meeting didn't have anything to do with about Juneteenth, but it does have to do with aquariums, building projects, and travel. One of the travel things that I want to put out there, just so you guys understand, I am trying to go to Vivarium again this year, because I have all the precursor original trip Vivarium video stuff that I have filmed from a couple years ago. I was supposed to go back the next year and film the rest of it, like the follow-up after a year, and we were unable to do that. It looks like I'm just going to do that out of my own pocket again this year, mainly because I just want to do it, and I'm going to. So I don't know if people are interested in that or not. Regardless of people's interest or not, I'm just going to do it. So October 1st and 2nd is Vivarium in the Netherlands, and right now I'm just trying to make sure that all of the travel stuff is figured out. But it's October 1st and 2nd. It's open. It's a convention that is open to the public. If you are there, I believe you have to buy tickets to get in. I think it's like €10 or maybe €20 or so. I forget how much it is to get in. I don't work there, but it's a very worthwhile convention. I highly recommend it for people to go. There'll be nothing but good stuff there. If you're somebody who likes aquariums, if you're somebody who likes basically anything that could go on in an aquarium, that's the convention I would recommend people to go to. I understand flying to Europe is not cheap. I understand going and doing and blah, blah, blah is not the cheapest thing in the world, but it's the one I recommend. It's the one I definitely recommend people to go to if you're a fan. So I'm going to be going. I have, like I said, I have all the beginning stuff from the first trip to Vivarium, and then I'll be filming a lot of the follow-up stuff for those videos, which was my initial plan, and it wouldn't have been so freakishly long if there hadn't been a pandemic. It would probably just would have been the year, and then everything would have been gone out. Just Bob says Vivarium is my only convention here in the Netherlands. Always a great weekend. It really is. Last time I was there, had a lot of fun. It was a really good time. Good, honest, clean fun. A lot of cool people. A lot of really, really cool people. A lot of insanely talented people. People that are more talented than me. So that's kind of where I want to go. If I'm going to see stuff, if I'm going to experience things, I want to go where the more talented than me people are, right? So it was definitely worthwhile. All of the little speaking things that I got to see were pretty good. All of the displays were good. All of the booths were good. You'll be amazed. If you're from the States and you go, you'll be like, oh my God, what? It could be like this? Yes, it could be like that. Nelson Montanez is saying, hey, Joel, while I listen, first I've caught in a while. Hey, thanks for showing up. Always appreciate you. The only fun demo is amateur redneck demo. That's a follow-up to the Demolition thing about making videos, but I don't even think like Demolition-type videos are even all that exciting. I think the only Demolition thing that I could get behind is the Demolition Derby. If you actually have a racetrack near you and they actually put together a good Demolition Derby, very worthwhile, a lot of fun, lots of laughs to be had. Very exciting. Cars crashing into each other, generally like a lot of mud and fire and things being broken and whatnot. And it's a good time. And there's a winner. Somebody's going to win. So I'm not sure what they win. What are the prizes those guys win? What is the prize at Evergreen Speedway Demolition Derby? I can't type today. What do you want me to do? Slamfest Demo Derby. Try it for free. Oh my god, you can try it for free? Whoa. Whoa. Oh, that's this. This is the posting from 2011. Wow. September 4th, Demo Derby and fireworks at the fair. This will be exciting. September 4th, 2022. Okay, that's this year. This is what Corey should do for the employee party. Scheduled the race: the Demolition Derby, the Hornets, the Stingers, the V8 Extremes, boats, buses, Youth Hornets, V8 Extremes, mini bump to pass, and fireworks. Doors open at 2, racing at 6, which means show up at 6. Why be there the 4 hours before? That doesn't make any sense. $40. Lordy, lordy. Oh, it's only $5 to take Olivia, though. Worthy. Okay. I really should send this event to Corey and have it be the and try to convince him to have it be the employee party. That would be fun. What window do I have open now? What did I do? Oh my gosh. Okay, internet clicking, buttons, button pushing. $40, but definitely a lot of fun. I used to race at Monroe. You get a trophy. You race the Hornets. Yeah, I used to help guys build Hornets and stuff like that in the past. I never raced out there, though. Never raced anything there because it just seemed like a lot of extra work. Wesley's Fish Club. He's got his membership. He's had his membership for 21 months. Can you believe that? It says, let's go. Let's go. Membership post. What do you call that? The monthly membership post? There's probably a name for it. We don't have gifted subs around here yet. I don't have a big enough channel to get gifted subs, so we don't have that feature yet. But yeah, it will be fun to hang out with Wesley and Just Bob and everybody who's in Netherlands when Vivarium comes around. Can't wait to go hang out with Johan again. Haven't seen him in a couple years now, and I've been generally planning to go hang out with that guy once a year because he's just a rad dude. Yeah. Tracks Indoor Raceway Mukilteo. Maybe. I think last year we went to like a baseball game for the employee party. Which I thought baseball was really good because it's like you show up before and people ate and stuff. And you're like hanging out in the bleachers watching baseball, hanging out, having a good time. It's like it's not intrusive. Baseball is not all that intrusive. You know what I mean? It's not impeding on everything else that's going on. And, you know, people can leave early if they want, and it's not really that big of a deal because it's just a baseball game. You know, you can kind of just leave a baseball game early. Especially if it's like a mid-season game. It's obviously that they're going to do a lot more of those, and if you miss it, it's going to be okay. So I guess the downside of doing like a big raceway party like that would be like it's everyone trying to stay till the end, and those things go till like midnight or 1 a.m. or something crazy if I can recall. Well, no, I guess because the fireworks got to be at 10, right? How late does this go? Let's see. Oh, yeah, it only goes till 10 o'clock. So I guess that's not too bad. Yeah, I guess if it runs till 10 o'clock, that's not too bad. Yeah. Okay, what was the other stuff we were supposed to talk about? Okay, aquariums. Aquariums is on the list of things to talk about today. let's get to that. Um, a lot of things have been. Why is this not working? Oh, I don't know. I guess it doesn't make a little hand now whenever you click on that thing. Normally it makes that little grabby hand. Like the pointer turns into a grabby hand, and then you can move the window. But, yeah. So, a few people have been having... I don't know. I don't know how to explain this realistically with just words, but some people have been having aquarium issues of late. And they typically revolve around fish death. And the thing is, I always have tried to just tell people, like, you know, some of these fish just aren't going to make it. You know what I mean? Like, some fish are just destined to not. They just are destined to not make it. But I feel like if a fish dies here or there, I've noticed that people have a tendency to get, like, real riled up about what's going on with their tank. Like, the immediate freak out because you have a fish die or something like that. And you just go, like, did you test your water? Yes. Oh, you did. Okay. You don't have weird ammonia going on. You don't have anything, you know, yet your nitrites were fine. Your nitrates all look fine. Like, everything looks good. Your water's all stable. You didn't have, like, a broken light or something weird happen or do a big giant water change, and that's what got them. You know, it's like sometimes the fish are going to die. They aren't going to live as long as you, and sometimes they're just going to die. But the thing that I've noticed of late is I've been getting the fish have died, and I can't figure out what's wrong. I don't know what's wrong. Something is wrong. And you, like, kind of go through the hit list of, like, possible things that could be going on with their tank, and it turns out they're all fine. And it's of late I've noticed it's the work that's way back to, when did you get these fish? Oh, I got them like 3 years ago. And you go, like, those fish are probably they've run their lifespan, right? It's been I've noticed that's kind of been the bigger thing lately that I've kind of heard from quite a few people. And I always just kind of want to hammer down on, like, if you're properly maintaining your system, you've essentially done what you can to emulate the environment that this fish is from. For instance, you don't need plants to have a healthy aquarium, you know? Like Tanganyika cichlids, for instance, there ain't no plants where those fish is from, right? So you could technically be doing the wrong thing, adding a bunch of plants to a tank that they're going to be in. Maybe you're stressing them out too much. But if you're doing the environment emulation as best you can, you're feeding some reasonable quality food and a variety of it, and you're doing that maintenance, things are going to be fine. But always bear in mind, you're going to outlive these creatures, right? I can't even think of a fish that lives longer than 70 years. What fish lives over 70 years? Let's see. Ocean quahog. Okay, you're not going to get an ocean quahog. That's not going to happen. Let's see. Yeah, like even frontoses are only supposed to live, 15 years at most? Wow, fire mouse live to be 15 years old. I hadn't looked that up. Clown loaches live a long time. I know that. Figure 8 puffers actually live a really long time. Oscars, 15 years. Discus, up to 18. Goldfish, up to 25. Koi fish, up to 25. But I think, actually, looking at this list, a little bit of a cheaply put together list. But the koi would be the one that I would expect has an opportunity to outlive its owner, right? Because there are some koi that are supposedly, like, over 100 years old. Yeah, there's supposedly one that lived to be 226, right? The one in Japan was supposed to have lived that long. But the The oldest fish of the koi carp species died at the age of 226 years in Japan in 1977, which I don't even believe that. I don't. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I believe that. Yeah, you need like a tortoise or a whale or a shark. Rockfish. How long do rockfish live? Rough-eye rockfish is one of the largest living fish. It lives for at least 205 years? What? Rockfish live to be 205 years old? Oh my god, if somebody... Along with this, the danger... It can grow up to 30 inches long. Along with this, the danger of extinction is also increased on this species, in view of which many campaigns have also been run. I didn't realize... Wait, the rockfish lives to be 205? Okay, I know elephants lived a long time. What? Rough-eye rockfish. We're going to look this up. Or roughy, sorry. How long do these guys live? How is it possible that they live to be 200? We're learning something today during the show. Yeah, the Greenland shark lives to be like 250, 300 years old. I have never heard... Yeah, roughy rockfish are among the longest lived marine fish species on Earth, having been recorded as old as 205. What? Okay, we've learned something today, guys. Something I didn't know. I thought rockfish only lived to be like 20 or something. Wow. This is exciting. I'm exciting. I'm exciting? No, I'm excited. There we go. Words. Words aren't my strong suit, which is why I predominantly do a show where I just sit here and talk about stuff, because I am a gibbering idiot that can't even use my words right. Vitra's here. Hello, everyone, listening and working. Well, hey, keep listening, keep working, get all of your work done, and then become a member on YouTube. Oh, wait, do I have my member link? I realized how many people have iPhones. Hold on. I can put it on here. I think I can pin it. Paste. Boom. Hit that, and then I think I can pin it. I realized this the other day. I could pin the message, and I probably should just have it permanently pinned to the chat, that if you want to join up to be a member and you're on an iPhone, click that link right there. All you iPhone people, show up, okay? I'm not an iPhone guy. I'm a Samsung guy because I like Samsung phones. But iPhone people are like, there's no button for me. I don't have a button. And they go, and they just scream off into the ether, like just start screaming into the air and running around in the streets. And the next thing you know, we've got iPhone people just screaming and yelling in the streets. There's a traffic jam. Oh, lordy, we can't get down with that. All the wasted gas. Oh my God, with the gas prices so high, what are we gonna? We can't have that. So if you're an iPhone person, click that link, become a member, and then you'll be a part of the club. That's you'll be a part of the club. If you join the club, you're part of the club. That's how it works. I actually think Panak, while the oldest is around 85, that's what reached the trade. I bet in the wild is much older, too big to bother catching for aquariums. Okay. Preston says, I helped a lady find out why her fish kept dying. After going through all the normal stuff, we figured out that it was happening within 2 days after having her home cleaned. Turned out to be the spray the company was using to clean the floors. They changed it and have had no more deaths. Oh, that sucks. That is a monumental bummer. But that actually does kind of make sense that you would be like, I don't understand why I keep having these fish deaths. You know, and it would make sense that, oh, hey, somebody been using some kind of chemical around your tank. Yes, that definitely would be an issue. Which I would always kind of like remind people to kind of just be cognizant of that stuff regardless. You know, you might have cleaner on your hands. You go reaching in your tank, boom, you cause a problem. It's a very closed system, and it's much smaller than their natural habitat. So while you think it might not be a big deal, it could be a big deal for any creatures having, whatever weird chemical all over your hands from doing cleaning or something like that. Which reminds me that, like, when I was a kid, the advice around here was take everything out of the aquarium, bleach and scrub everything clean, put new clean water in there for your fish, and then put your fish back in. You know, I'm old enough. I'm old enough to remember that, like, that's what the store owners would tell parents and the kids. This is how you take care of your aquarium. When I was a kid, take the fish out, put them in a cup, dump everything out of the tank, wash everything with soap and bleach and stuff, and fill it back up. You know, like, that was how we did it when I was a little kid. I'm 42. It's not that long ago. Not that long ago that was the advice given out by the air quote experts that own stores, right? I'm not naming names. I'm not naming any specific names. They're probably dead by now because I think they were, in their 50s by then anyhow. And like when I was a kid, to cycle a tank, I don't even think that cycling was brought up when I was a kid. It was sacrificial fish, right? Wasn't that what it was called? I can't remember what it was called. But you would buy basically little goldfish feeder fish, put them in a tank, and then they would die in the tank. That's basically what you did when you were a kid, My mom used to do that to our first tank until she dropped the tank once, so we researched further on Ask Jeeves. Yeah, you guys remember Ask Jeeves? Ask Jeeves was a disaster. I wonder if it still works. Ask Jeeves. Does this still work? Oh, that's right. It's ask.com now. What is our question? What should we ask? Ask.com. Does it even load? Oh, it's like a... What is this? It's like a block. What is ask.com? What is this now? Answers you want. Content for days. Want more you can ask for? Sign up for the newsletter. My God, it's actually just like a newsletter now. Search. Fish tanks. Oh, and it's just like a redirect on a web search. It's just a redirect on a web search. Okay. Yeah, this is a useless website now. What is this? Myths of the Midnight Madness, exploring the summer solstice legends of ancient cultures. That's their article they have posted at the top of their page. Oh my God, like, who cares? I don't know. Midsummer inspired legends. I don't know. Speaking of, like, why I don't know why this is their top thing, and it's reminded me of recent arguments that I've had with sort of the fringe elements of air quote spirituality, the kind of hippy dippy weirdness has lent itself to basically just conglomerated itself into this like QAnon weird, like hippie weirdos, and they're all going to get together. They want me to go to some kind of funeral pyre thing or something, and I'm not going to it. I don't need to hear all their wacky conspiracy theories and all their nonsense. So I politely declined and was like, I've got other things I got to do. Like, I don't know, sort my sock drawer or whatever it is. I'm gonna be up to when that goes down. So yeah, not bothering. Especially since it's somebody that like drank themselves to death, and you're just like, what? Why would I go to this thing? Yeah, why would I go to that? I'm not going to that. Deep clean everything once every 6 months or so. Yeah, that was the weird thing. Like I said, when I was a kid, we had got the worst advice on how to take care of your fish tank. Which is, I don't know. I wonder how many people had the same experience. I wonder if it was the same overseas. That's the weird distinction I've always kind of wondered, because like I talked about going to Vivarium earlier in the stream here, I want to go to Vivarium again this year. My takeaway generally from my comparison of Europe versus the United States is that Europe is probably 8 to 10 years ahead of our trade here in the U.S. And I know that, like, North Americans start stomping their feet around and they get super pissed and they start, I don't know, they go out and buy a new flag or something and attach it to their house, whatever they're going to do, some kind of patriotism. But that's my takeaway has been stores in Europe, information in Europe, periodicals in Europe, all that kind of stuff as far as the fish keeping trade go. They're probably 8 to 10 years ahead of us, and it might be 5 years. It might be 5 years ahead of us. Who the hell really knows? But they're definitely ahead of the curve in the U.S. Than where the U.S. is, in my opinion. Which kind of makes it, like a disadvantage if you're trying to get Europeans to come to the States for events. So we probably need to step it up. Probably should be stepping it up a little bit. They do smoke a little. What? My mom used to learn the hard way not to plug the heater in right away after those deep cleans. Well, yeah, that's for sure. Well, yeah. That's one of the things that I would remind anybody out there. Like, if you're doing a big water change and you're letting the level get down below your heater level, always be sure to unplug that thing. And if for instance, like, you're going to drain a tank, take that heater out and put it in a bucket of water. Just let it sit in the bucket of water. Don't let it cool down rapidly, or get super hot because it's out in the air and it's trying to heat water, right? The transference of heat between air and water, the difference is 5 to 1, generally speaking. So one of the reasons that you die so fast when you fall into cold water is that you're going to lose temperature 5 times faster than you would if the air was the same temperature. That's kind of the way to kind of think of, BTUs, heat transfer, cold to hot. Oh, that's how you can kind of figure that out. It's a sort of a 5 times faster. Oh, which, by the way, I spoke about this last week, the week before, has parts to do with the building projects around here. Let's high fives ourselves, guys. High fives. High fives. High fives. High fives. High fives. High five. High five to everybody out there. The dudes, the bros, the lady bros, the bro ladies. Yeah. They all get high fives. Everyone gets a high five because everyone's a bro and everyone's a dude. The natural gas line to the building here, fully repaired and ready to go, which means I will be able to do a gas-powered water heater. I'm still trying to find out if I'm going to be able to do an on-demand gas water heater or if I actually have to do a tank one. So much more efficient, so much more rapid to bring water up to temperature. If you're like me and you have 700 gallons of tank water and you need to do big giant water changes, I love electricity. I love heat pumps. I love heat exchange units. I love all of that stuff. I love it to death. It's just way less efficient on heat recovery and efficiency currently in the environment where I live. Now, if you live somewhere like Southern California, totally different story, my guy. Your freaking air temp is high compared to mine. I think it's 50 or 60 degrees out today. It's June 20th, and I think it's like 50 degrees out. 66. No, that can't be right. Let's update this. It was 43 this morning. It's 66. It's gone up to a whopping 66. Okay, the highest temperature of the day today was 66 degrees. So, if you're using a heat exchange, heat pump, any of that kind of stuff, the newer technology, if you have that ambient air temperature, boy, howdy, is that going to really help you out. But a lot of times where I'm at, the air temperature is going to be 35. It's going to be 40. It's going to be 45, 50. Takes a long time to pull the heat out of that air, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm excited about getting gas in so I can do these really big water changes. And Our hot water heater here is at the end of its life, even though it is still functioning. It is it's like a 10-year water heater that's on year 20. You know what I'm saying? So it still works, but it's time to get rid of it before there's an emergency. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be time to change that water heater, and we had to go through a lot to get the gas lines back up, and we're still waiting for the meter to be installed. It's a long, drawn-out, stupid story that probably is not all that entertaining for people, but the former owners of this house got the meter removed from the building. I don't know how they managed to pull that off. I don't know how they did it. I don't know how they convinced somebody to pull the meter from the building, but they did. So when we moved in here, we knew, wow, at the very least, we're going to have to get a meter. So this is step 6 or something to get gas on, and there goes about $1,500 down the drain to get the gas turned on. But we're doing what we got to do, and it's the right way to go because it's going to save us money, a lot of money in the long run, and one step closer to setting up some fish tanks again. And my initial impression was like we would move up here, and I would have all this time to get to work on getting some fish tanks set up here, and that really hasn't been the case because I've been just really busy. I've been really, really busy with work and stuff, so getting some of the steps done ahead of time is the smart thing to do, and luckily we are getting some of that done. Speaking of steps to the future here, the building projects part of this conversation today, the gas line thing obviously is an issue that's going to be fixed pretty soon. I don't think I'm going to make a video out of installing the new hot water heater. I don't think I'm going to make a video about that. But I am going to make a video about installing the manifold for the water changing system down the line. I will be doing that. So I guess you have that to look forward-ish to or whatever. Building project step 10 or whatever. So the outside building that we're going to build, that we're going to construct, that is on like step 10 right now or something like that. Initial stages of drawing and planning and getting permits and blah, blah, blah and all that. Today I have to meet with a guy that will potentially cut down the stupid trees over there that should have been cut down many decades ago in between our house and the house next door, which is going to be a little bit dicey. It's going to be a little bit dicey to get those trees down, but they definitely got to come down because if we leave them there, nature's going to take care of it. Nature's going to take care of it, and it's probably going to fall on one of these houses, right? There's 5 trees over there. I would refer to them as trouble trees. They're Douglas firs. They are really large. I would say, I would guess they're probably at 100 feet. And I would guess that they're at 100 feet right now. At least 3 of them are. And then 3 of the little sister trees are probably at 60-ish feet or something like that. And those 2 are undergrown because they're underneath the canopy of the others. But they're really exposed. There's no other trees directly around them because, like I said, they're in like a row in between the 2 houses. So at some point, those trees are going to be so exposed that they're going to blow over. And so at the very least, it's the right thing to do to take them down so that they don't land on somebody's house and just really, 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 really ruin somebody's day. But they're pretty big. I'm guessing they're at the 100 feet. I'm going to talk to the tree guy and see what he comes back with. They might be taller than that. I don't know. But there's some big-ass trees that need to come down, and, they're just in a bad spot. You would never expect them to last very long where they're at. So that's got to happen. Which let's see what our next bid is, guys. Because I actually have a buddy who I called, who I was like, "Hey, I've got these trees. Do you have a tree guy that does your tree clearing now?" And he goes like, "Well, I do it now." And I go, "Okay." And so, we were of course we were just like hamming it up, talking about the equipment and like what he normally does, but he normally only does big like 6-10 acre plots now. That's generally what he does. And he's like, how close are the houses to it? I go like, "Oh, they're pretty close." He's like, "Oh, I don't do that." No, that means a no. Because he actually just uses a giant excavator and just pushes over trees. That's how he does it. So I was like, well, that's not going to work out well because you're probably going to destroy a lot of things that don't want to get destroyed. And he's like, "Yeah, dude, hey, here's the number of the guy that could probably handle those for you." So, yeah. My plan was to get to sell these trees. And so far, there isn't a whole lot of people that are willing to buy these trees because how close they are to houses. They can't cut them the exact length that they want to be able to buy them. Alyssa Bentley. Alyssa, what's up, dude? What are you doing? Says, "Oh, FYI, if you're going to the dentist and you have gauged captive rings, bring the tool that takes your earrings apart just in case." Yep, because you're going to get x-rays. You're going to get some x-rays, and you don't want the metal in there. That's not good. It's going to be a problem. It's going to be a paddling. But I don't have any piercings, so I don't have to worry about that. But if you are somebody who's wearing a lot of body jewels and jewelry, and you've got all sorts of metal bits inside your body, externally, internally, whatever you're doing, take those out before you go to the dentist. They'd appreciate it. They'd appreciate it, and you would appreciate it. Everybody would appreciate it. Why is it getting so warm in here? I do not know. It is getting very warm in here. But as far as the building projects go, oh my God, you guys, you're about to get super lucky. Come here, Bear. Ollie Bear, come here. Oh, okay. It's getting really hot in here, so I was hoping she would open the door. Thanks, sweetie. Hey, can I get my gift hug? You want to come say hi to the internet? Okay, my bear's here.
I got candy in my mouth.
You got candy? Who gave you candy?
Mama.
Mama gave you candy?
Uh-huh.
You got candy. What?
I told you not to get me in trouble for giving you candy.
To get into trouble? Why would you get into trouble? It's okay. You can have a candy. That's all right. Hey, Matt's here. Alyssa's here. Can you say hi, Alyssa?
Hi, Alyssa and Matt.
Hey. Yeah. How'd your nap go?
Good.
Did you sing a song? Did you sing a song?
No.
What was the song you were singing earlier, remember?
Uh-huh.
How'd it go? How'd it go? You remember?
It was Fly Little Birdie.
It was Fly Little Birdie?
Mm-hmm.
How did it go? Can you sing it?
Fly little birdie, fly little birdie. That's my song that I'm supposed to sing.
That's your song
Mm-hmm.
that you're supposed to sing? Okay. Can you go hang out with Mommy? Okay. No one wants to see your food. Nobody wants to see your food. Well, even if it's candy. Okay. I love you.
Hey.
Go hang out with Mom. What? They say, "Hey, Olivia." Oh, is that your unicorn? Who's that? Who's this unicorn? I haven't seen this one.
Pink, yellow, black, and white, and pink and yellow.
Are you just saying the colors of the unicorn?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Okay. Hey, go hang out with Mama.
Dancing on the microphone.
Dancing on the microphone. Yeah. Okay, go hang out with Mama. That's clangy. Don't do that. Okay, go hang out with Mama.
She has super sticky feet.
Okay, go on.
I still got my candy in my mouth.
You still got it? Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of glad she opened the door because it let in some fresh air. I don't know why I don't know. It started getting super hot in here. I'm kind of glad she opened the door. It's letting in some freshness. Maybe I gotta get a fan or something in here. Oh, why? It's like, oh God, I'm so hot. Suki says she's eating unicorn poop. I bet you it actually is unicorn poop. It probably is. We had like a unicorn poop thing, candy thing, and that was yeah. Freshwater Ichthyology says tree surgeon. Can imagine anyone that knows how to do trees probably properly costs. Met a few tree surgeons and they get good pay, but the health issues from their job is a lot. Yeah, I mean, it's not necessarily tree surgeon. It's just they're going to need a climber because I don't think you're going to be able to do it from the bucket. Like, you're going to be able to get the bucket up there. If you guys don't know what a bucket is, it's a crane guy in a bucket with a chainsaw. Go out there and cut most of it down. But they're probably going to need a climber to get to the top to drop the tops down. Which means you got to rig them, and then they can drop them straight down as opposed to just letting her fly. And you can't cut it from the ground because there's nowhere for them to fall. So it's going to cost a little bit of money, but it really depends because the trees will be good lumber, and there is resale value to it. So and I assuredly do not want to be a guy selling cords of firewood to people. So we're not going to be doing that, but regardless, we got to bring those trees down because even in the long term, like I mentioned, even in the long term, those trees will probably be really exposed, and you could get a good windstorm and really cause a lot of damage. It's just a bad day, really. It's a bad day for everybody. Even if the house gets fixed, it's still a bad day because it might be 6 months before your house gets fixed or something like that. So yeah, either way, we got to get those trees down, and we're just gonna have to do it. So it's a bummer. I think my guess is it's probably gonna cost about $3,000 to $4,000 would be my guess, but we'll see what people come back with, Mains, Tails, Furs, and Fins. My dad owns a tree service, arborist. So typically around here, like a tree surgeon, arborist, I don't know if they really bring down a lot of trees. They're normally doing a lot of work around power lines and all sorts of stuff like that, which might not be the same scope. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it's the exact same thing, and I could be wrong. Much better to get nice deciduous trees. I live in the evergreen state, so Douglas fir, cedar, all that stuff. Oak, birch. We have every tree here. We have pretty much every tree under the sun. But Douglas fir are going to be everywhere. They're just going to be around. So if they never cleared them from the land, there they are. They're just there. So, but they should have been cut down a long, long time ago. Considering, I think this house was built in 1954. I think that's when this house was built originally. It was 54 or 58. Might have been 58. Either way, the reality is those trees should have come down like 30 years ago, and it would have been not that big of a deal. But now they're real big. So Alana Suki says, "Oh, did you have to do the X-rays?" Oh, yeah, when you go to the dentist around here, I've every time I've gone to get a checkup, I get the X-rays done. That just seems completely normal here now. Even since I was a little kid. When I was a little kid, they put in that thing, and you got to bite down on it. Then they put a lead weight on they put that lead blanket on you because you don't want to get the X-rays on your chest, but then they just shoot it right at your head, which never makes this never made a lot of sense to me. Where you're going to go into the X-ray thing and they're going to cover up other parts of your body because of the X-ray, but they will just X-ray your head, you know? Yeah. DKLA. I forget how I'm supposed to say DKLA. I forgot. You told me, but I forget now. Arborists usually are hired to save trees, but they also take them down. At least the arborist and my friend hired did both. Yeah, I think, I think it goes both ways. Like, you might be... Actually, hold on. So let's say... Here's my mind. My mind says arborist does tree surgery and felling trees, probably. But it probably doesn't go the other way around. Like, the guys that just cut trees down probably don't know how to do arborist stuff. I mean, I bet they have a good idea of what to do or whatever, but I bet they probably aren't, like, taking jobs to, like, properly trim somebody's oak to come back to life in a certain way or something. I don't know. But maybe they all just are all the same. I don't know. But in my head, I would be like, yeah, I don't really need an arborist. I need somebody to take these. I need a logger. I need a logger to take these trees down and take them to the mill and get them cut up into some wood, bruh. You know what I mean? Make some logs and lumber. I mean, realistically, if we were in the South End, I would probably have them just leave the full logs at whatever footage they could cut them, and then we would probably just bring out the mobile mill and just mill up the lumber and then, like, dry it over on the other side. But we don't have a tractor here up in the North End, so we don't have a piece of equipment to move the logs and restack them and stuff like that. And we don't have the mill because I think it's up in Alaska. And you're just like, I'm just like, that's way more work to just locate all that equipment and bring it here and do all that stuff versus hiring somebody to just get rid of them. I wonder, as somebody who knows the building repair business, whether you would be the perfect client for somebody or the worst. As a nurse, I get what I get that when I have to go to the hospital myself. I would say that, like, I would say that I'm a pretty reasonable customer. Just like from my own standpoint, because when I hire subs, I just ask them how much it's going to be. Where's the certain money going to? But also, I don't really care where a lot of money may or may not be going to, because I just there's a lot of stuff I don't care about. But, like, with taking these trees down, I go, hey, there's viable lumber here. Lumber prices are super high right now, so they're buying lumber at a very high price at the mills. I live near mills. They're not far from here. You could a 10-mile drive, you could probably hit 2 or 3 different mills. Big, gigantic lumber mills. Not little tiny ones, giant ones. So the big issue is just finding what they want, what they're buying, and what length they want to buy it at. So, for instance, if the lumber mill right now is taking fir logs, and they'll take anything 22 feet and above, right? You could easily put a truckload together of 22-footers from these trees. You can have big, fat logs, too. Get them onto a truck, and I think a truckload right now is $375 to deliver it to the mill. So the trucker that actually takes the logs to the mill is $375. They drop them off at the mill, and the price I got the other day for a truckload, I think was like $1,200 or something like that right now. But those were 33-footers versus 22-footers. So obviously there's like a whole bunch of stuff that goes into it. But the reality is, like, if they're going to take all these trees down and then sell the lumber, right, the price could be cheaper because they're going to make money off of the lumber. You understand? So that's where the kind of negotiation comes in, is like, oh, well, you know, if you're going to make $1,000 off each tree or whatever, right, whatever the number is, and you go like, I'm going to pay you $3,000, you're going to make $3,000, off the wood. You see how that would make sense? And anybody that's reasonably in the business would be charging that way because it would just be the honest way to do it. But, for instance, here's a good example. A friend of mine was getting an electrical panel swap done on his house. And he wanted me to look over some of the bids that he got. He got a couple of bids. One of them was for like $4,000. One of them was for $6,500, and one of them was for $18,000, right? And you go like, $3,000's pretty low. $18,000 is insane. The $6,000 is probably about right, considering the scope of work it says here. Here's the list. Blah, 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 right? Same thing with the roof. We have to get the roof redone, which is going to put a little bit of a damper on our other projects because that's going to be about $14,000 to put, 14 or 15, I think 15,000 to put a new roof on here. But we knew, the two things we knew moving into this house was the water heater had to get replaced and the roof had to get replaced. We knew that. The amount of space that we have here, the amenities in this house, everything is fine. And would be no problems to do basic modifications to this house. We really wouldn't have to do anything other than the roof and the water heater. But the trees is really important. It's something important that has to be done. And also it will open up very cheap expansion possibilities from where we're at. Even if we can't do if we can't do the extra building on this property, we at the very least could extend the driveway back and have a whole lot of parking off to the side, which means we'd be able to put our RV over there. The chickens are currently over there right now, living under those trees. So we could just put the chicken coop over there and all that stuff. So it's just usable land that we'll be able to get without having these stupid trees having a potential problem down the line. DK Law says, my gardener took down a tree for us for $500. That sounds about right. Yeah. I mean, if these were shorter, if these were shorter trees, like we have we call it a Christmas tree, and I haven't really identified exactly what kind of tree it is. But it is shaped exactly like a Christmas tree, and it's about 35 feet tall. That tree, I would just take that down myself. That's not a problem because I would just limit on the way up. I would tie off the top, cut and drop the top myself. I'd just have Vicky on the ground pulling on the rope, and then drop the next section with everybody out of the way, and then just cut the last part myself. I'm probably going to do that tree and not hire somebody else to do it. I'm hoping to save that tree, though. I'm going to be honest with you. It is magnificent, beautiful little tree. And I say little tree. It's like 35 feet tall, but it's a beautiful tree, and I hope to save it, but it might be in the way. Realistically, if you had an excavator back there, you could just hook it and pull it and probably just pull the whole tree towards you and get it down with the excavator. But, it is what it is. Have about 100 Japanese maple sprouts on our land right now if you need any. I don't think so. The Japanese maples, I don't think would really fit in our landscape all that well. But Just Bob says, to follow up on the wonder if somebody who knows the building repair business, whether I'd be the perfect client for somebody or the worst. Like, the roof is a perfect example. We had 4 bids. I think we had 4 bids altogether. One guy was at $28,000. Somebody else was at $22,000, and then a buddy of mine bid it at $14,800, and we also got another bid that was at $14,800, right? So if my friend bid it at $14,800, and if the company that I wanted to go with bid it at $14,800, and that the other 2 companies went $22,000 and $28,000, something weird is going on with those $22,000 and $28,000. So the $22,000 one, turns out they do a 24-hour service thing, which they're including in their bill. you get this like 24-hour service forever, which I guess is like you could just call them and go like, something's wrong with our roof, and they'll drive out and come fix it, which realistically your company should do that anyhow if it has to do with the installation and craftsmanship. That if there's a failure from the installation end, then that should get handled by a decent company, right? Any decent company would come out and fix it. Whether I need them to come fix it at 2:00 in the morning or within the next couple of days, I think it's probably reasonable that you probably come fix it within the next couple of days. I don't need you to drive out concierge style at any moment that I think there might be a problem with the roof. So I don't really want to pay an extra $7,000 for that concierge service. And then the other company was just charging this outrageous price. So yeah, the two guys that I talked to that were at 14.8, strangely enough, they came out here. We went on the roof together. I said, I want this, I want this, I want this. This is what I want. Bid me this. Also give me the bids for this material, that material, and that material. Like, cool. See you later. Right on. They wrote up their bid. They sent them in. You look at the list of everything that's there. That's what we're going to do. All right. Cool. Great. Bob's your uncle. There we go. Yeah. And so they're on the schedule, and the roof will be done in like July. I don't know. I don't know when that's scheduled. I have to look at the calendar. July something. I don't know when the roof's getting done. Is it on here? No events. No events. I thought it was the 18th. Yeah, 18th of July. So a month from now, the roof will get done, and we'll just be moving on to the next thing. So that's always good. All right. I think I made everybody quiet. Everybody got super quiet in the chat. Beautiful plants and trees, though. They're autumn colors. All right. So what was my other thing? The travel. We talked about travel because I want to go to Vivarium. That seems to be the thing. Word on the street that I heard the other day was that we're probably not going to Peru again this year. Mainly because of, like, the people don't have licenses down there and stuff. I don't know. So we'll see what happens. But we're probably not going to Peru again this year, which I was actually kind of looking forward to. Hoping to go back at some point. Maybe we'll be able to go the following year and try to go up in the mountains. That's where I really want to go up in those mountains and check out some of those freshwater stuff up there, for sure. But we're probably not going to be doing that. When am I coming on to the new server world? At some point in time. My office here has been, it's super makeshift, and I've been, I don't know, what do they call it? Busier than a cat trying to bury turds in a litter box or something. I forget how that goes. There's a word for it. But where's the whitelist server? Can we post the whitelist server in the chat? If anybody wants to join up, Matt has diligently taken care of updating the Minecraft server. We actually have a new like a lot of new updates to the Minecraft server. I think we're on like 1.19 now or something like that, I think. So if you go over to where's the share this page? Where is it? I can never find it when I need to find it. Well, somebody share the link in the chat. Somebody will. Where's the share button? Create invite. There it is. Copy. We have copied the invite. Okay, here we go. So you don't need to be a member anymore to join up on our Minecraft server. If you actually just go over to that Discord link right there, it'll put you in touch with the moderator team, and they'll be able to whitelist you and they'll direct you to the Minecraft server, so you'll be able to join up. Oh my God, we have new people. We have new people on there. Just recently have new people on there. So if you are somebody that doesn't like Minecraft or does like Minecraft, either way, you can pop on there and play. It is pretty fun. I have to admit, I like playing Minecraft, but I haven't really been doing much of I don't know. My office is pretty uncomfortable at this point. I'm just gonna be honest with you. It's pretty uncomfortable to be hanging out here at night and like playing Minecraft or whatever. Plus, I've been trying to catch up on like Obi-Wan and Stranger Things and all that stuff. So that like hour in the evening that I have has been kind of dedicated to catching up on that stuff. So especially if I go on Dr. Black's stream on Tuesdays in the evenings, I'm able to badmouth the current Star Wars writers and stuff like that. Peru is amazing. I might save up some time to go as I want to visit some of those mountain streams for Laura Carids. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is that it's definitely worth going. If you can work it out and go to Peru, I would recommend it. I mean, it's definitely an eye-opening experience, and there's a lot of cool stuff going on there for sure. A lot of cool fish too. That was big time. Let's see. Let's go over to the general. Wesley was asking if I was okay. Yeah, like I said, I was trying to hook up the other monitor, and it kind of fell over, and I had a thing going on. Not really that was just a late start because of that. Memeing and streaming. Oh, the memes here. Speaking of Star Wars, I hadn't thought about this. I saw a Star Wars meme the other day, and it made me laugh because I realized just how accurate it is that if Darth Maul had succeeded in his plan to kill Anakin, he would have saved the Jedi Order and the Republic. And I realize now that is accurate. That is very, very accurate situation. Is that if Darth Maul had defeated Anakin, it would have saved the whole entire Republic. That's so wild. That's so wild. And I thought that was weird. Somebody actually realized that, and Erna Pickery is here. Hello, everyone, and greetings from Belgium. Well, if you're in Belgium, I hope to see you later this year at Vivarium. Would be good times. I'm trying to bring Victoria with me to Vivarium. That's kind of my plan. My plan is to bring Victoria with me. I have photos and some data on fishes from that region. Ian Fuller sent me photos of some ancestors. I certainly want to collect and analyze, though. Yeah, I mean, it's a solid statement. Yes, I agree. I would also like to do that. Ian Fuller didn't send me anything, though. Although I bet he would if I asked him. Very nice guy. Did I lose my email? I lost my email. Where did my email go? Email. Second to the email. I'm going to open my email back up. Let's see what's in my email. Yeah, it got sunny out. Somebody just shouted it got sunny outside. Wow, people are selling grade A cherry shrimp on Amazon now. Blue Dream shrimp on Amazon for sale. You can just buy them on Amazon now. How crazy is that? Look at this. Oh, by the way, I'm an Amazon affiliate, so if you click through Amazon affiliate links, you'll get send a commission our way. So the Federal Trade Commission, I fully told people, be aware. What are you doing back there? You on the live stream?
I don't know.
You signed up? No, you're not. No. You're out of the shot.
I'm lurking.
What are you doing lurking back there? Eating trail mix?
Yeah, man.
What's up?
I was just eavesdropping.
You're eavesdropping?
Yeah.
What do you got? I was just telling him I was going to try to bring you to the Netherlands. I'll try to bring you to the Netherlands with me. What is this?
Oh no, it's on your floor.
That's weird. Huh. I don't know what that is. Yeah. So you're just eavesdropping?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Being a creep.
Okay. Okay, bye.
Well, I don't know. You're just like chewing in my ear, so I was wondering what's up. Like, how you doing? Eating-
Chocolate and peanuts, bro.
Just eating trail mix back there?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. All right. You can buy so many critters on Amazon now. It's so weird. I've seen plecos and sometimes guppies. Yeah, it is weird. It's weird to see things showing up like this on Amazon. But yeah, it's very interesting. Oh, this is just shrimp rocks. Okay. All right. Well, either way. Ancestress without tentacles fascinate me if that's what they are, and I want to see if they are actually ancestress. That's a pretty difficult one to like kind of chime in on. Now, my guess would be they probably are. They probably are ancestress, and they probably have evolved without, their spindly tentacles. Do we call them tentacles, or do we call them whiskers, or whatever? That would be my guess, mainly just because having been to Peru and like doing some research on the areas that we were in, because like before I went, I didn't really have a lot of time to prep and really like do very much research and reading and kind of like really know what to be looking for and stuff, because I think I only had like 11 days notice or 9 days notice. I forget. It was wicked fast. But I had a very small window of time to get ready, and most of the time I spent getting ready was like making sure I had all of the right stuff, making sure I had all of the right vaccinations, all the inoculations, all the medicine that you need to take with you, and all of that stuff. I was really focusing on that more than trying to figure out what was going on in Peru. Another reason I want to go back to Peru is so I can finish a lot of videos that I made that were filming stuff that I sort of was interested in, but I didn't really have like much of a narrative written or really understood about what it was I was there to be filming. So, I do have a lot of footage, but it just doesn't really like go anywhere. You know what I mean? Where I personally feel like there's not like there's nothing really that fantastic to release or like finish production on a video that like just here's just a bunch of video basically. Like it doesn't make sense to put that out, especially in my mind. Maybe that is for somebody else, but it just doesn't really seem where I really should be putting my energy. Where I should really be putting my energy on like putting out videos that are just like open-ended nonsense of stuff that I filmed over a certain period of time. And so yeah, I mean, I really do hope to go back, but to kind of finish that stuff out. But to kind of like round out what I was talking about there is that after like a lot of the research, you realize like how quickly the diversity in Peru is causing evolution to like sort of be on this real hyperdrive in comparison to a lot of other areas on the planet. So I bet a lot of it would have to do with the fact that they're on that quickened timeline of basically like evolving, right? The evolutionary selective process is probably that much faster there that that could be what's going on. I don't know what they're yelling about back there. Oh, she's clanging. She's clanging and banging. Are you clanging and banging, bro? I just was just clanging and banging. I was wondering. I don't know. I'm kind of on the end of the show, so I'm just shouting at the background now. Surprises. Are you shouting surprises from over there? Oh my God, Vicky's got surprises. Yeah. Well, chat has died. Nobody came into the green room on Discord to call in. So, I'm gonna hang up. I'm hanging up on the green room. If anybody wants to chat with me at any point in time, become a member. Join up on YouTube. You could join up on YouTube, or you could join up on Patreon. Surprisingly enough, we had a new patron today. We had no super chats. We had nothing else. So, yeah. Was it Chris? I think it was Chris. I want to say that it was Chris. Yeah, Chris became a new member today on Patreon. So, hopefully we'll see Chris on Discord at some point in time. Crypt Keeper is back. I went to town on some juicy pork butt. Holy smokes, it was good. All right. Well, if you got some delicious food to eat, go for it. You know what I mean? I had like a chicken sandwich today at lunch, and yeah, I could eat some more. You got any food back there?
No, but Olivia said that if we go to the park this afternoon, that after the park she'll take us to Costco.
Oh, if we take Olivia to the park, she'll take us to Costco after the park? Was she buying?
I don't know, I guess so. She said she'd buy me a pony too.
She's going to buy you a pony?
Yep, a real pony.
A real pony. Well, apparently Olivia is going to buy Vicky a pony. Big time. So I guess we're going to Costco. You know, if you guys, here's the thing. If you're up in the North End and you're going to go to Costco, we might be there. You know, we might be at Costco buying bulk items. If you don't know what Costco is, I don't know what to tell you. It's a crazy place. It's a wild place. You end up with a bunch of extra stuff you probably didn't really want to go get in the first place, but there it is. Yeah, sorry, dude. Priorities. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. If you got some delicious food to eat, just go eat it. That is a assured correct prioritization of things to be doing. So that's it for today. It is my understanding that I will be trying to do a live stream on Friday, but I think I have to work. So we shall see how my plans work out, because I've been going early on Fridays, and then I've been getting out early. It's like I go in early, and then I get done early, so I could come home and try to do a live stream. This last week, there was this giant rainstorm, and then people crashed on the freeway, and traffic sucked, and everything was just all weird. So it was like, I was like, oh my God, I can't even try to make this happen. So I'll try to be back on Friday. What did I just do? I just closed all the windows. There. Why did it do that? I don't know. So I'll try to be back on Friday. So pay attention, have your notifications on, and we'll stay in touch. If you are somebody that's like, look, I can't show up for all these live streams and stuff, I encourage you to become a member so that we can chat it up on Discord, because I generally have Discord open and around, and do my best to post things on there and let people know about what's going on. So that's what's up today. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. Bye-bye.